Hello and welcome to another impromptu video which you already know what it's about. EVO Online is a thing and Skullgirls made it in. So the reason why I want to talk about this is because first there's a history between Skullgirls and EVO and a notable game that was left out and my general thoughts on it. So people usually come to my channel for Skullgirls, so I'm gonna talk about that. Skullgirls didn't make it to EVO when it came out. And Mr. Wizard, one of the heads of EVO, said it's because the game was too new. As you all know, there are games that are literally announced at the EVO game presentation, like when they reveal which games they're gonna be playing. There are games announced there that are gonna be at EVO. It was not really because Skullgirls was new, but we will never really know the true reason. It was probably money. Anyways, so Mike Z, lead designer of Skullgirls, would make an annually tweet of games that made it to EVO that haven't been out for as long as Skullgirls was for that year's EVO. Until Mr. Wizard blogged Mike Z, of course, because that's what Mr. Wizard does. Aside from that, Skullgirls did have side tournaments at EVO, but eventually you stopped seeing Skullgirls altogether at EVO. The reason for this is because they were severely mistreated in the way that they didn't really care for the game and they didn't really care to help organizing it or giving it time and stream or anything. It was just kinda like, it was just an afterthought, that game, and they just left EVO because of that. So one of the Skullgirls players I talked to said, yeah, I'm not gonna enter EVO. And I asked, is it because of the EVO mistreatment? And they were like, yeah. That, and also it's just another online tournament I've been to a lot, so I was like, yeah, that makes sense. Skullgirls is a game that can actually be played online, and now that the new patch for the online is out on the main game, it's so much better now. It was good, and now it's better. It's kind of insane. So am I saying you shouldn't enter EVO because of the mistreatment, or because it's just another online tournament? No. I'm probably gonna enter because it's EVO, dude. It's the year for the memes. It's kind of wild that it took a global catastrophe for Skullgirls to actually be at EVO. 8 years and a global pandemic. Here we are. So what's the game I'm talking about that got left out? But of course it's Smash. Honestly, and I'm being 100% honest here with no parody, joke, or being disingenuous or anything, I am sad to see Smash Ultimate go. Because if the games that are already there, that are Dragon Ball FighterZ, Street Fighter V, Grand Blue Fantasy, Under 19 Birth, Tekken 7, if they have online tournaments, they did say they were gonna have exhibitions and special content. They didn't say tournament. But I really want them to have a tournament or some online sets or anything. I want them to do things online, so the developers can see the contrast between this 8-year-old fucking indie game that was made by horny people and their game that also, like Grand Blue, was also made by horny people, I'm pretty sure. To see the fucking contrast, dude. It's insane how bad the netcode is and how good the netcode is in these other games that are old as fuck, except for Them's Fighting Herds and Mortal Kombat. But Killer Instinct and Skullgirls are old as fuck. Nintendo not seeing that contrast and them just being out, they might not take that as what it means. They might say, oh, it's just because there's already a lot of tournaments, online tournaments during these times, because there are a lot of Smash online tournaments right now. They might not get it, because Miyamoto once said that he thought Nintendo was up to date with online infrastructure stuff, and that's a fucking lie. He might believe it, but it's a fucking lie. So that's why I'm sad. I hope they take it as, oh, we're not in because our netcode is even worse than these other games, which is kinda nuts. How can you be worse than that? But I'm afraid, without the contrast of I'm seeing these old ass indie games being played online perfectly, well, it's not never gonna be perfect, but they're being played online in a very consistent way, in a very competitive way, and you cannot do that in Smash. That's a problem. They might not see that, and that's why I'm sad to see Smash go. So those are my thoughts. I might enter the EVO tournament, because I kinda gave up on the competitive scene a long time ago. I stopped playing for like a year or more, and now I just play for fun, online. I stopped being competitive. So, but I don't know, maybe because, you know, EVO, the memes, the whole, this EVO doesn't count because it's online, and so on, I don't know, might be fun. Even maybe to record myself or something, whatever. So those are my thoughts. I think, oh, and it's gonna be 5 weekends because it would be a logistics nightmare if you actually did it all in one single weekend, which makes a lot of sense. So those are my thoughts. I think EVO is going in the right direction. I think them still having the most of the original lineup and then some games that actually have good netcode is a very good idea. If they do tournaments for the original lineup or content that is people playing online, it will be the best timeline aside from Smash not being there. So those are my thoughts. What do you guys think? Will you enter? Will you just watch? Or do you think because it's online, this year's EVO doesn't count? Or do you not care? Do you just want to see people play? And are you gonna start playing Skullgirls now? Or Them's Fighting Herds, or Mortal Kombat, or Killer Instinct, because they have good netcode. So thank you all for watching. I will see you next time.